I don't know how in the heck is me coming out here giving you the truth going to be for my benefit. It's for your benefit. Alright? Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Right. Yeah. We'll give a fuck about nobody else.
Right. I respect everybody's religion. You should do the same.
No.
It ain't right.
First off, how are you going to respect somebody's religion when they killed you using certain scriptures? They put you in slavery using these.
Right.
They told you that the person that you worship is not real. The person that we worship is real, and he's white, and his name is Jesus. So they've been lying to you. But, like a foolish woman, she has no knowledge. She has no knowledge, right? Alright? This is, Sirach 33:10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge the Lord hath divided them, and made their ways divers. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, which means they're not all created equal. Now are they? Some of them hath he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them have he cursed, which is the so-called white man, and brought low and turned out of their places. And he also cursed who? He also cursed his own people. Why? Because we didn't hearken unto him. So we became a curse to the earth, and a reproach unto all nations. But if you come back to the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, and come back to your true identity as an Israelite, then you will no longer be cursed. Alright? But if you come half-assed, your ass is still cursed. Got something?
Yeah, I got something. This is 1 Timothy 1:8 says, "Be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord,
Come on.
nor of me his prisoner,
Bring the pastor.
but be partaker of the affliction of the gospel according to the power of the Most High."
Be partakers. That's what we're doing now. We're trying to be partakers. They was out on the highways and byways.
Yeah,
it wasn't in no building.
Exactly. They're ashamed. That's the thing. They're ashamed to come out here and be seen out here.
They're not gonna
They
get
don't know where the garment. They worried about who's gonna see him out here, or my boy might see it, or this girl might see it.
Yep.
Don't be ashamed of the Most High, because he's gonna be ashamed of you.
Come on.
All right.
They told you being cowards because the word coward means to be afraid to do what's right.
Thank you.
Basically, they're being cowardly.
Yep.
Right.
A coward is to be afraid to do what's right. It has nothing to do with having fear. Right? Because we fear the Most High. Does that make me a coward? No. Because I'm out here doing the Most High's will. So I'm not a coward. I'm showing my bravery. I'm showing my boldness. Alright? Coming out here on the highways and the byways with a Bible in my hand, not no Glock on, no fucking bulletproof vest, and calling the white man a devil in front of the fucking white man. How is that not being bold as a lion? Even with cops up over here, do I stop? Hell no. What the fuck you gonna do, man? Nothing. Nothing. They cannot do nothing to you. Yet. Pretty soon, they're gonna make everybody take that mark. Force you to take it. Which is going back into those times. So everybody will be a slave, not just the Negroes this time. Everybody will be the earth, except for the 1/3, which is part of that 144,000, the 1/3 of the children of Israel. Which, if you are part of any of these nationalities, you need to come back to your true nationality, and not just in the English version, but also in the ancient Hebrew. All right. I know. Thank you.
Native Americans, they were speaking Hebrew when they was over there. They weren't speaking English
Nope.
or Arabic. You know what I mean? Seminole Indians.
Oh.
They were speaking Hebrew.
You hold that one up. I'm going to get on that one.
They were forced to learn other languages from their slave masters. That's how you have the Spanish speakers in Spanish. That's why people, the so-called, a lot of people, language because their slave masters forced them to speak those languages.
Yep. That's why they're Spanish and not Spaniards. There's a difference between Spanish and Spaniard. The Spaniards live in Spain, do they not? But the Spanish are where?
Why you think the Spaniards?
Ish means to pertain to be like. Yeah, that's spiritual demon saying enough. Keep getting it.
Think they better than the Spanish because they really live in Spain. So they think they better because they live in the land.
And they hate the so-called Spanish over here.
They hate because they say they're not real.
Because they're not. They're fake. They're fake. They're not real Spanish. They're fake. Just like the so-called Jews that's in our land of Israel right now. They are fake. Right? They don't know Scripture first and foremost. And secondly, they tell you that's the image. But they don't even believe in it. They don't even believe in it. If you go into Judaism, you will find out. If you go into Judaism, you will find out that most of those so-called Jews, do not believe in this image. They only believe in the Old Testament. Which means what? Those so-called Jews, just by that notion right there, make them antichrist. So that's even more proof that they are the synagogue of Satan.
Like I said,
I'm going to go on what you said about that they need to be interpreted. Come over here. This is says Martin Alonso Izon from 1441 through 1493. The Portuguese Spanish mariner explorer with Cristobal Colon, which is what we know as Christopher Columbus. His real name is Cristobal Colon.
That's where they get cologne from.
There you go. That's why you put on the cologne. That's putting on what? Cristobal. And then they have what? The old Cristobal. And you have all the Shalom. Yeah.
How you doing, man? Good to meet you, man.
Shalom. All right. As a captain of Cologne in 1442 with Louis de Torres, a Hebrew interpreter. Now, why do you need a Hebrew interpreter to go to a land that you said there ain't no man there? Right? Why would you need a Hebrew interpreter? Unless you knew that there were Hebrews there. And you need somebody that speaks that language to be over there.
Those were the so-called Moors that was living over in Europe when they were breaking with them. They brought them over here. The Moors were black.
Right? Those Moors are our people, but they didn't want to subscribe to themselves as an Israelite movement. All right? They wanted to break away from it.
Just like when we tell people now that they're Israelite, they say, no, I'm not. I'm African American. I'm black. Because you don't want to, people don't understand. They don't want to know who they are. People are okay with just being a fucking slave. Yep. Because you don't have to do nothing. You be lazy when you're a slave. You don't have to do nothing. White men do everything for you. You got a problem for the white men do it and you ain't got to do shit. Our people are lazy. They don't want to do the work. This is a full-time job. We be in this book every day looking up words. We don't just be, it's a full-time job.
Yep.
And people don't want to do that work. They say, oh, well, I don't got enough time. You got enough time because whatever you do throughout your day, you got enough time to do that. Chilling, whatever you're doing, your free time. So if that's your free time, why you can't use your free time doing that? You know what I'm saying? So, you got time? So,
go ahead.
Oh, so basically, you know what I mean? So our people don't want to do nothing. They just want to sit in the house and live off welfare.
All right, this is the reason why our people like doing wicked shit, right? And a lot of people say the good die young, right? The good die young. Okay, this is the reason why. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, right? Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Because as soon as you murder somebody, the Most High don't judge you right then and there. But reality, he really did. He judged you before you even did it, and then when you did it, he was like, see, now I have you set up for this. Alright? But you didn't get that judgment right then and there. Like when Adam and Eve, when Eve ate from the tree, he said, what, you going to die that day? Is that same day did he die?
It's my cousin.
No.
He's an Israelite.
But he did die within the 1,000 years.
Hello?
1,000 years in heaven is I can't say that wrong. 1,000 years on earth is equivalent to 1 day in heaven. So when he was talking about that day, he was talking about the 1 day in heaven. Right? That's how it was. Now, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Fully set. Which means what? The entire heart is corrupted for wickedness. And if your heart's corrupted for wickedness, and your mind's starting to get corrupted for wickedness, how are you going to do anything righteous? Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy 6:3. It says, any man teach otherwise, and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness. He is proud, knowing nothing, but doeth about, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting about questions and strife, and words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railing, evil, murmurings, reverse, disputing of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such, withdraw thyself.
Supposing that gain is godliness. All right? Gain is not godliness.
Right.
If you're gaining into this world, it's because the Most High setting you up for wickedness. All the people that's rich in this world are wicked.
Right.
And the only way you can get to that $1 million state, you got to do something wicked.
Right, all them artists.
You know what tribe you from? You know what tribe you from? What's your dad's nationality? My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm good. Like,
yeah, it's a lot, but I didn't mean to cut you off.
what's your lesson for today, man?
Whatever the Spirit tells us to go. Right? Now this is St. John 17, and I'm going to start with verse 14. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but thou shouldest keep them from the evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. So we're here to what? Sanctify people to what? To the truth of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shah. So most people want to do what? They want to be sanctified by any other means but the truth. I want to be sanctified by the walk. I'm sanctified just because I believe. I'm sanctified just because he loves everybody. So I don't have to do anything. But in reality, the Israelites had laws that we had to continue to do in order for us to keep our sanctification. Alright? That's why he said, I can't dwell with men all day because he's flesh. But if you do all these holy things, all the law, if you're an Israelite and you do the law, then I can dwell with you. Why? Because you're doing what I told you to do. Therefore, you are my children. And you are now you are a person of light. And I'm going to put more oil on you. The problem is, when the Most High puts more oil upon us, more destruction comes. More hating comes. More people saying that we said certain things come. Right? All that stuff comes out. Why? Because we're pushing out too much truth. That's way too much light. And if you're used to the dark, what you going to do when you see light? Are you going to try to cover that up? That's what they try to do. Cover it up.
This is Psalm 73 and 12. It says, behold, there are ungodly who propose, who prosper in the world. It says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches.
Right. says, God was prospering the world, they increase in riches.
Come.
And that's talking about everybody. That's not including the fake ass pastors that's out there too. Man, but some people say, oh, the pastors are blessed.
Virginia?
Yeah.
Virginia, you guys just had a Passover in Virginia down there?
I believe so. You know?
I'm brother LaHan Yahoo.
Yeah.
You know him?
I've seen him a little lot. Yeah.
Okay. I know him too, my cousin. I know him from
That's what's up.
Harlem down here, I follow him too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing, the brother sitting down there.
Yeah.
Same thing.
How
you doing, big man?
Good.
You give me a look like you seen me before, huh? It's all good, man. It's all good. Same thing, man.
Brothers, man.
Same thing, man. Try to do them, man. Same thing, man. Same thing. Same thing.
Go ahead.
That talks about the pastors as well. So nobody exempt from that verse. We're talking about the God increasing in riches. You know what I mean? Because nobody exempt from that. Because he said, blessed is the poor. So if them so-called pastors is rich, they not blessed.
How they blessed?
How they blessed if he said, blessed is the poor?
Which means they don't go by the word. They give you a little bit, close the book, and tell you a story. And then they stop. They let the choir sing. And then the choir go ahead and sing, rouse your spirits up. They go back into the book. Now let's go into something that has nothing to do with anything that's going to benefit you. We're going to talk about, what was that one passage that went into? It was in Exodus.
Let me get this.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 13. Whoso rewardeth evil for good, evil shall not depart from his house. So a lot of people, they rewarded evil with saying that it's just evil. You know what I mean? Everybody is good when they're handing out money. As soon as that money starts flowing, they ain't good no more. You know what I mean? So in this society, people are good by what they can give you. That's how this society works. If they can give you whatever you want, no matter how wicked they are. You know what I mean? Like these drug dealers. Like you stated earlier. You know these drug dealers is fucked up. Yet when they get killed, they was good. Oh, he was my son. I love my baby. He wasn't a bad boy. He was a fucking bad boy. Because he was doing dirty ass shit.
I got a better one for you. You built to Psalm number 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of godly, nor standing in the seat of scornful.
God, good.
You, man, you look at me like you know what's going on, man. You know what's going on, man.
Good.
The thing is to say, like, you know, the times get hard, right? You remember the Jew boy Don Sterling, right?
Yeah.
He said, well, no, please, because you're educated, right? I'm living between you and me, right? Did you see how he made the difference between about culture? I'm trying to say, because we really said it, right? The lady said, you know, what about the Ethiopian Jew? So what he did, because the rabbi is because Don Sterling, he's Jewish, Ashkenazi. So remember what he said, I went to the synagogue. So by the time it gets hard for like Israelites, like Muslims, like Jews, like what's the far right, where's our God at? Who to return to? He just said on TV, and remember, Ashkenazi Israel is what? The rabbi, the Torah. That's a whole different thing, because you know what I'm saying, like, you know they go by, right? But all talk about what they said, okay? Your grandfather told you pass the line. The same way with Moses and the law. Now we'll have a hit in my heart and I'm not asking you hold on to for something. So right here it is, we're trying to come together as one. We come together as one because we're saying, you know who the enemy is? Yeah. You know who the enemy is. But the thing is, like, you know, the thing that we have is the joy is like, come on, economical resources. Yeah.
Because we're not really supposed to be here for economical resources. We're really just supposed to be here to get our people to stop hating and stop fighting each other and come back into love. Yeah, all right. Oh yeah, we're stuck right there. So that's that paper right there. Yeah. Okay.
We also don't care about the Islam and all the other.
It's all part of it. No, yeah, it's in the schism. It's part of it. You got it's a schism all night up.
So Islam goes back to Muhammad. Muhammad took it from the Jews, from the real Hebrews, the black Hebrews that were back in the land. He made his Islam off of us. That's why when he came to Ethiopia, right? No. When we were in Israel and we went into the other nations that's part of Africa.
70 AD.
Yeah.
When they went down to North Africa.
There you go.
Okay, the thing goes there.
Islam was started from Muhammad, correct? Okay, but he learned it from who? How did he learn Islam? Because before that, there was no Islam. Islam came from where? With Muhammad. But who's his forefather? Ishmael. Ishmael is Abraham's firstborn son, but not his begotten. It's the son of the flesh.
So let me ask you a question real fast because I know you don't educate stuff like that, right? How do you feel about the kingdom of Axum?
I don't know about
Ethiopia.
I don't know too much about Ethiopia. I was
So like basically, I don't know because you educated. Yeah. Okay. So like you're taking it from 70 AD after the fall of the temple, the destruction of the temple, Titus, or from Nebuchadnezzar. But you take it from Jerusalem, and from there it came down to North Africa. Right, the Jews over there, right? Okay. Same stuff.
And we got put into what? We also got put into all countries. Right. So we have people in Ethiopia.
Right. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
We have people everywhere.
All over. Right.
And all of our people don't look dark skinned.
Right.
Some of them actually look like the so-called white man.
Right.
Only because they went into those rooms.
This is Jeremiah 23 and 2. It says, "Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flocks and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord." So, because they lied and deceived us, the Most High, when He come back, He going
recompense upon that head.
He going
to all this shit that they did to us, the most like we're gonna do double to this one. Right? Now they fed our kids to alligators. What we think we're gonna do to them? Double.
Don't forget about the Black Death. You know about the Black Death, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we come up here, so the same thing.
So it's the same thing.
Right,
It's double orphan.
So no, the Lord our God is one.
All these so-called pastors out here, man, they gonna get put to death too. A lot of them gonna get put to death by the congregation.
Let me get this precept.
You know what I mean? Because they're gonna find out that because they're gonna find out that they're teaching them lies. So the congregation is gonna be putting their own pastors to death during that time.
This is a precept. This is Jeremiah 23 and 31. It says, "Behold, I am against the prophets, saith the Lord, that use their tongue and say, Be saved. Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams, saith the Lord. Do tell them and cause my people to err by their lies and by their likeness. Yet I sent them not, nor commanded them, therefore they shall not profit this people at all, saith the Lord."
Which means if you're not doing according to this word and spirit and truth, the Most High did not send you. Alright? That means that's a cut straight to Muhammad right there in Islam. Islam is derived off of here, but Islam is not 100 with it. Therefore, Islam is false. So Islam is more than Israelites on the Arabic. Not the Negroes, none of these are supposed to be Islam. None of them. They're all supposed to be who they are, which is Israelites. And we get the name Israel from our forefathers. Alright? So if you're not doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and spirit and truth, you have no knowledge, you will be destroyed, and the Most High is not called you to come out here and teach. They pray to a rock anyway. Yeah, they pray to the rock, man. Yeah. They say they pray to the rock, man. They go to Mecca, they rub the rock, and they kneel to the rock.
They're going to bring you in the land that you're going to show them what it's sold.
Yep.
Elijah did was took the property.
Right. Yeah.
Took away the life and kind of make it into and then gave the false life.
Yep.
They already had the right.
I'll follow you how the Moabites and Israelites, how they got their gods again. They got all of us, huh? The Israelites, all of them. All of them set up their gods. Alright? So, righteousness and wickedness starts with who? Israel. But Israel was created for righteousness, not wickedness. Esau was created for wickedness. But the Israelites play both sides. And that's what Israel got stopped. Israel takes to righteousness. Y'all got anything else about to that?
Yeah, I want to do something else about it.
Go ahead.
right, brother, shalom, but all I got is one. Shalom, man. All I got is one, man. All I got is one. I want to say it's very good familiar, like I said on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Like I know you so good from the front.
I've been doing this for about 10 months. Week in, week out, man.
Where you from?
I'm from California.
Oh, California. Okay, I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
California. Okay. There's a California brother up here with dreadlocks. I don't know if you know him.
Nah, I haven't met him.
Let me get this out for you real quick, bro. This is pertaining to the Muslims because Leviticus 26 says, "Ye shall not." It says, "Ye shall make you no idols nor graven images, neither where you." Standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land. So that's going back to what we just said about Israel. They brought the rock stone. They walk around, and kneel to the rock. But that rock is not going to save them.
Right, he said, go to those things where, go to those, see if they're going to save
See if they save you.
But you know the good thing about this guy, as I say, listen, y'all learn, right? You know Nimrod, right?
Yeah.
My name Nimrod, right? You know something about Nimrod in the book of Joshua, right? You ain't doing the fucking book of Nimrod, right? You know we are in a condition we're in because of Nimrod.
Yeah.
Nimrod. So, right, you know,
but we're 100% because we did not, even though we're still we fucked up because Nimrod was ruling, and we took a lot of his customs.
Okay, that's the right.
So when we got into our rulership, we started doing right shit,
So go back
but
to
then
the
we
law.
started doing what? Wickedness shit.
Okay, so you know about that body.
We started thinking about Egypt, we started thinking about Nimrod, we started thinking about all those other pagan things that we destroyed.
Abraham's father, according to the book of Joshua, actually was the king, ruler in the kingdom of Nimrod.
Right. Book of Joshua we talking about.
Which one?
Joshua.
Yeah, the book of
Yeah, I know
Joshua.
what you're talking about, but I want to hear what you said again.
To my Abraham father. Abraham father.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, corrupt. Yep. And that's why the Most High said, Abraham, get away from your father and your land, and that's why your land is empty.
Right.
Because if you stay there, you'll end up becoming wicked.
Well, you know Abraham was the best child who was born. Right. Because I think if I'm not mistaken, right, because he was called, I think they tried to trick the father to get the son, and I think he threw this parable in the 8th chapter over there, because the thing is that Abraham was young. He was born, and he went to the academy of
we recorded.
anything like that. Like he was told, he was told into righteousness.
About the end of it.
Yeah, we about to end it. All right, come on.
Shalom, man. It's a pleasure, man. Shalom, man.
Give all power, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone for showing us some great fruit. And shalom and salutations to my brothers in the forefront and coming out to the truth, with sincerity, long suffering, and longevity. Death to America!
Death to America.
Arise, Israel!
Yes.
Shalom.